Guys, it's Maya. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on our video today. As you can see by the title, this reading is all about an unexpected blessing that is finding you. So this is a timeless message, but whenever you find this video, this is your sign that an unexpected blessing is on its way to you. It might be here very soon, but Spirit wants you to know about it. So that's why we are doing this reading today. So yeah, I'm very excited. It's very straightforward. I have no idea what, the blessings are, so we will figure it out as we get into the groups together. And there are 4 groups for you to choose from. Each group has a different crystal, has a different tarot deck, and has a different card. They came out with each deck as I shuffled, so there are multiple ways for you to choose your groups. And yeah, and also with a reading like this, you can watch as many as you would like, because there could be many blessings that are coming to find you. You could also oh my god, you could also watch, guys, I'm dyslexic, my words get tongue-tied. You can also watch one group now, and then you could watch one group in the future. So you could also do it like that, instead of watching all of them at the same time. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you all of your groups up close one by one. Group 1, this is the Tarot of the Witch's Garden. This is what the back looks like. And your crystal is this green obsidian. Your random card is the 8 of Cups. Group 2, this is the Sacred Web Tarot. This is what the back looks like. And your crystal is obsidian. Your random card is the 4 of Wands. Group 3, this is the Rebel Heart Tarot. This is what the back looks like. And your crystal is this rose quartz. Your random card is the Sun. Group 4, this is the Phantasma Tarot. This is what the back looks like. And I have no idea what your crystal is called. This was a little free crystal I got at the shop. I have no idea. Your random card is the Ace of Cups. Okay, you guys, here are all of your options laid out for you side by side. Keep in mind, you can watch as many as you would like. There could be multiple messages for you here today. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with group number 1. Hey guys, if you chose the Tarot of the Witch's Garden with this 8 of Cups and this green obsidian crystal, this is your group. Hello, group number 1. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna move this over, and I'm using a very small selenite today, so there, we'll have to set it next to it. So this is all about an unexpected blessing that is on its way to you. So we have a few things we're going to try to figure out. We're going to try to figure out what is the blessing, what is this, and we're going to see why is Spirit sending this your way, and how will it benefit you, or how will it impact your life. And then we'll also go ahead and try to get any time frames, and of course I will be giving you advice throughout the whole reading. So yeah, it's very straightforward. So let's see what's going on for group 1. I have a tarot deck here that I have split up into 3 groups, and this is going to show us your current energy. So this could be your energy check. If this, what we talk about for the first half of the reading, if this really doesn't sound like your current energy, then definitely check out a different group. But if it does, then stick around and we will see what your blessing is through the deck that you guys chose. With the 8 of Cups here, this doesn't have to resonate for everybody, but for some of you, you could be currently walking away from somebody, or walking away from something, or leaving something behind, or transitioning, or moving on to something new in your life. You could be happy about it. It could be bittersweet. It could be sad. I think that range could be anywhere for anybody here, but it does feel like with the 8 of Cups, there is a sense of like walking away, or leaving something behind, or starting something new, or like moving in a new direction, or something like that for some of you. So let's go ahead and see what is your current energy. So I split this deck into 3 piles. This is the major arcana, this is the court cards, and this is the minor arcana. We're gonna get 1 card from each group, and that is gonna give us your current energy. So let's get right into it for group 1. I just heard you're seeing something clearly. You're seeing something for what it is. 222, especially, oh, there's always cat hair on my desk, especially because this crystal is see-through, right? And I don't think the other ones were see-through. So that is another feeling that makes me think it's like you saw something clearly, or you're seeing something clearly. Okay, let's see. For the major arcana, can we get one card for group 1's current energy? Group 1's current energy, the Star. I will keep in mind that it did fall out in the reverse. Okay, so now for our court cards. One card for group 1's current energy. Group 1's current energy. Group 1's current energy. That took a while. I will keep in mind that took a while for that to come out. So we have the King of Crystals. So this is the King of Wands. Oh, and actually, here's a fun fact that I just read on my calendar, is that August 14th is World Lizard Day, or like National Lizard Day, and there's a lizard on here. So lizards could be significant, fire could be significant, because in tarot, lizards are associated with the fire suit. So, you know, or like a hot climate could be significant. Maybe you're seeing a lizard. Lizard could be some kind of a sign for you. But yeah, August 14th. That could also be a specific date for you. But that was National Lizard Day. Fun fact of the day for you guys. Okay, and then let's get one more card here for group 1's current energy. Okay, we got 2. Ooh, 9 of diamonds, 10 of diamonds. Okay. Okay. Let me adjust myself. Get myself situated. Okay. Okay, so with the Star coming out in the reverse, and even the King of Crystals kind of did come out in the reverse, it does make me feel like for a while you were like clinging onto hope, or you like gave up hope for a very long time until you saw something clearly for what it is. And then I think that really changed your entire perspective. It changed your entire mood. It changed the entire way you see something. You know, for an example, like, this perspective shift could have been anything, but like an example that I'm seeing is like, say if you were in some kind of like a dead-end career situation, you know, especially because we have this 8 of Cups here talking about walking away from something that's no longer serving you. It feels like you could have been at some kind of a dead-end job, or, you know, you felt like it was, or something like that, right? But it also feels like you weren't appreciated, you were working hard, or like things just weren't moving the way you wanted it to, or you weren't being treated the way you deserve to be treated. It's something like that. And then you started to lose hope within yourself, or you started to like lose faith within yourself, or it started to make you doubt yourself, question yourself. Like you were almost thinking, is this my fault? Like the reason I'm not advancing, or the reason something is not fulfilling to me, or it's not going the way I wanted to, is it my fault? But then I feel like you saw the truth of the situation, and then you realized, no, it's not me. It's the situation. It's the environment, or it's the relationship. It's the friendship. It's somebody else. I think bottom line, that's what I was kind of feeling with the Star in the reverse, is like you thought you were the problem to some extent, but then you ended up realizing that it's not you, it's somebody else that is affecting that situation. And I think once you realize that, you gained a lot of personal power back. Does that make sense? And that's again a very specific energy, but I could even see this again in like a relationship setting where you were like trying to make a relationship work, but you know, no matter how much work you put into it, it was never advancing, or it was never moving the way you wanted it to move. But then one day you kind of woke up and realized, wait a second, like it's not me. Like why am I like stressing over this, losing myself over this, when in reality it's like the other person, or we're just not compatible, or something like that. Like, I think bottom line for this group, there's some realization that whatever you were giving into, it just wasn't serving you. And it just also, that it wasn't you. Like, you were not the problem. It was the situation or the other person or whoever else was involved. And I think once you realize that, it was like this huge perspective shift within yourself. And you just like, then you really got into your power and you realized, wait a second, I am amazing. I am beautiful. I am all these amazing traits that you thought you were lacking because of the external circumstances. You thought you were lacking in certain things. But then once you realize that it's not you, you're not the problem, it really helped you step back into your personal power. It gave you that confidence again. It gave you that drive, that willpower again, because you're realizing, okay, like, I don't have to stick around for this. Like, I can go find what I deserve, what I, the life I fantasize about, the relationships I fantasize about, the career, the whatever it is. It's making me feel like you realize, like, you have the power to walk away from something and to find what is actually meant for you. And I feel like for some of you, you already walked away. Like, some of you, maybe you're just kind of realizing this, but I think for a lot of you, because we already have the Eight of Cups, which, shows us you're walking away. And then even with the Star and all of this confidence and personal power, it does feel like a lot of you could have already initiated the walking away from something. And I love this. Like, you got hope again. You got that zest for life again. You can dream again. It's like whatever you thought was impossible at one point in time, like, it just opened up a world of possibilities for you. And I'm almost hearing some of you say, I wish I realized sooner. Like, I wish I didn't waste so much time, or I wish I wasn't so hard on myself. It just feels like I wish I saw the truth of the situation sooner. Very quickly, for zodiac signs, we have Aquarius, we have fire, specifically Leo, because there's lions down here, but again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then you have the 9 and 10 of Pentacles here. So this is Venus in Virgo. I don't remember what exactly, this is Virgo. I don't remember exactly what it is, but this is Venus in Virgo. So I really feel like now you have transitioned into creating the life of your dreams, creating the life you want to live. With the 9 of Diamonds, I see a lot of independence, a lot of stability. You're really, focused on your own growth, your own healing, or your own stability moving forward. And I think you're really providing for yourself. You're taking care of yourself, and you're very happy again. And with the 10 of Diamonds, I see you more focused on the long term. I see that you are making decisions based on long-term success. I think you are kind of stepping away from immediate satisfaction. And even if you are going for immediate satisfaction, I don't think you're allowing it to affect your long-term plans. Yeah. Because even another way I could describe that energy that I was feeling is like with the Star in the reverse, and like what I was saying, it could also be that like you were asking too much of the wrong thing. You were asking too much from the wrong person. You were seeking for something, some fulfillment, but you were seeking it in the wrong places, so it never gave it back to you because it's not even there in the first place to give it back to you. And I think that's what you realized. I love the King of Wands in this scenario. I just saw 1111 on the time. I love the King of Wands in this scenario because the King or Queen of Wands, I mean, they're a badass. They're a baddie. They don't care about anybody, not in like a bad way, but it's like they are not going to allow anybody to get in their way. It's like they are they're in such a personal power energy that like nothing can get in their way, nothing can distract them right now, nothing can take them away from what they're trying to do. And I'm almost hearing like for once you're finally putting yourself first, or for once you're finally like doing what you want to do, or trying to build a life that you want to live. You're not settling anymore. Maybe at one point in time you were settling for whatever this is that you got out of. You're not settling anymore. You know what you want. You know how you're going to get there, and people can either join you or they can get out of your way. That's how I'm seeing this energy. And I really feel like you're just radiating, like you're radiating happiness from the inside out because certain circumstances in your life has changed or has shifted. So that's like what I'm seeing here. You could also be getting very close to animals right now. It's funny because I see somebody who's kind of like moving away from people, or even like the same friends, the same coworkers, like the same group of people that you were once with. I see you kind of moving away from that and leaning more towards like animals or pets, or you're feeling you're like more one with nature. Like it's kind of like you're moving away from humans and like human energy, and you're really getting deeper into the energy of the universe, the energy of the cosmos, of animals, of mother nature. You know, it feels like your energies are shifting in that way. Yeah, and I think you're very happy about it. And you're very determined, and you're excited about what's next. You're excited about your next chapter or whatever you're going to do next. Some of you could already be seeing, you know, the benefits. You could already be seeing your hard work paying off. Because it does feel like you could have walked away from something a while ago for some of you. So you're already in this energy of seeing the benefits for yourself. You're able to spoil yourself, treat yourself, really live the life that you want to live by your own rules. Like nobody is telling you what you can and cannot do right now. And I really love that. I see you have a vision and you're really going for it. So this is great. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for the current energy. If you feel like your current energy is a bit different, or that doesn't sound like you, because that does sound like a very specific energy of somebody kind of just like starting over in life, you know, really moving away from certain things. So I kind of want to set these cards out so we can see them. Now I want to go in with the deck that you guys chose, and let's get right into it. If this doesn't sound like you, definitely check out a different group. I can't remember. Did I already say that? And let's go ahead and see for group one. Let's start off with, what is the unexpected blessing that's coming your way? You could also change your appearance somehow. Like after you walked away from something, it just feels like a new me. So you could have cut your hair, you could have changed up your wardrobe, changed up your style, changed up something, you know, that's different. So now you really feel like a whole new person in this new chapter. Wow, I just realized that in both of these cards, she's kind of like associating with a bird here and here. So birds could be significant in some way. Okay, so let's see. What is the oh my god, that was so fast. I didn't even get to finish what I was saying. 5 of Swords. It's a very interesting, like fairy tale looking image. Let me clarify. Let's clarify the 5 of Swords. For what is the unexpected blessing? Yes. Yes, there's the Queen of Wands. We have the King and we have the Queen. So I will leave her right there. Okay, I love this because it's very specific. If you feel like, again, you know, if you don't resonate with this, definitely check out a different group. But we have the 5 of Swords and we have the Hanged Man. Immediately when I saw this card, it made me feel, and especially because it came out so fast, it made me feel that your unexpected blessing is that you are moving away from negative energy. Like, I immediately thought of this as like an evil stepmom, evil boss, evil partner, like somebody just negative vibes, right? Like somebody that is just dragging you down. And it made me feel like you are like you're able to distance yourself from some toxicity in a person. And that's what I've been feeling like this entire time for a lot of you. And especially with the way that this old person here is like holding out the sword, kind of like saying like stay away, get away, leave, distance yourself. And again, the 5 of Swords also talks about like conflict, mental conflict, conflict with other people, or somebody being manipulative, you know, just not a good person, not somebody that you want around in your life. It immediately made me think your unexpected blessing is you are able to walk away from some negative energy that's just dragging you down. And it also, it came through as like maybe in the moment it was tough, Like in the moment you thought you were losing something, right? Like you thought you're losing a partner, or you're having to leave a job behind. You, in the moment you're like, will I find this again? Will I find a partner again? Will I find a job again? Will I find friends again? But Spirit is saying, yeah. And you don't even realize that this is a blessing. Like in the moment, you could actually be so upset or like, you know, scared that something in your life is leaving, or you are being pulled away from something energetically. But Spirit is saying you don't even realize that in the long run, that this is your unexpected blessing. It really feels like whatever this entity was was in your life, it just felt like they were not allowing you to advance. They were not giving you the room and space to heal, to become who you are, to do what you want to do. It feels very restrictive. That's like how I'm feeling it. And you're not restrictive. I mean, you're the Queen or King of Wands. You are fire, and fire is expansive. That's what it does. It grows at a rapid speed. And it just feels like somebody was trying to dim your light. They were trying to hide your fire. They were either jealous of you, or they didn't care, or they were, you know, they weren't allowing you to succeed the way that you deserve to be, the success that you deserve in life. So it just feels like somebody was very restrictive towards you, and walking away from them is the ultimate blessing that Spirit is, you know, showing you in your life. And I love this because the Hanged Man is a perspective shift. That's exactly what I said earlier. You finally see something clearly. You see the truth of what something was. Those rose-colored glasses are not on anymore, and you can finally see the truth, and you've had a perspective shift about the situation. And now you're in this energy and in this energy because you're realizing, wow, like that was really holding me back. Let's see, why did this happen, and or how will it benefit you? Why did this happen for group 1? Let's answer that first. Why did this happen for group 1? Yeah, so you can be set free. So you can be set free. This is Aries energy, and the Three of Wands, again, it's all about expansion. It's about that next milestone. It's about being able to just move on, do the next thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just immediately just feels like being set free, like a bird that was caged, and now the bird is not in a cage anymore. It can roam free. It can do whatever it wants to do. And it just looks like, look how icky this energy is, with literally like this evil stepmom vibe. But then we're finally being able to be set free to do what we want to do, to live the life that we want to live, you know? Nobody deserves to be living with shackles on that are restricting them. And I think that's exactly why this happened to you. Or that's exactly why Spirit wants this to happen to you. So for some of you, maybe you still haven't fully experienced this yet. Let's see, how will it benefit you? How will this benefit group? Oh, that's so cute. We have this really cute Two of Pentacles here. Let's clarify, how will this benefit group 1? The Fool. I love it. Very straightforward. The way this benefits you is that you can have a new beginning in your life. You can start over. Start a brand new chapter, start a brand new slate, or start on a clean slate. And I love the Two of Pentacles because it's showing in this scenario, it makes me feel like you are free to do whatever you want to do. You know, you're free to pick up whatever hobbies or whatever jobs or live whatever life you want. You could move, you could do anything. You know, this blessing is giving you a sense of freedom and a sense of independence that you never had before for some reason, because of this, whatever was involved in here with you. And Spirit just couldn't see you live like that anymore. Like, I'm actually getting a very sad energy. Like, Spirit was like sad that maybe you kept up with somebody for so long, or kept up with something for so long, but losing yourself in the process. And it's like, it's a whole new world. You know, it's like, you're like, I can do whatever I want. I have freedom. I have independence. It's like, what? I can see you picking up like a million hobbies or doing a bunch of different things or just finally being able to do what you want to do. And maybe for some of you, you're finally able to dress how you want to dress. Like maybe somebody was very controlling to even like the point of your physical appearance, you know? So it just feels like there is a lot of freedom that this is bringing in, this blessing is bringing in for you. Now, let's see any, wow, oh, look, okay, hold on, I didn't put the deck back. I was about to say, let's see any time frames, and I literally split the deck, and it's the Chariot. The Chariot is happening now. So for a lot of you, if, this is the two scenarios I could give you. For like half of you, this hasn't happened yet, but it's like your intuition is kind of, you know, it's telling you like you're about to see things clearly, or you finally are seeing things clearly. Like half of you are here, and then the other half of you, this has finally happened, but you don't fully realize that it's a blessing yet, or you don't fully realize like how this will impact your life. But you will soon. It's one of those things where it's like in the moment it's bittersweet, it's kind of sad, maybe it's a little scary to be in a state of the unknown, but after a while you'll realize like, wow, this was the best thing that's ever happened to me. So I feel like for some of you, you've already entered this, and then for others of you, you are about to enter it, because the Chariot is now. The Chariot is a very fast energy, and there, look at the level of abundance, of like the sense of security, of independence, of confidence that this card is giving us. So I feel like for as a time frame, like this is very much happening now. And I think that's why it's an unexpected blessing, because maybe it happens suddenly, maybe maybe you see things clearly very suddenly, like something's happening kind of quickly here. But since it's a general reading, I don't know exactly what's happening, but yeah, this is happening very, very quickly. Okay, let me get a card of advice for you. Let's see, anything else that Spirit wants to say to Group 1? Anything else you want to say to Group 1 regarding this scenario? The Two of Wands. You have the Two of Wands and you have the Three of Wands. Spirit is saying to you that you're free. You're free to do whatever you want. You're free to go wherever you want, to live whatever kind of a life you want to live. You're free to do whatever it is that you want to do. You are set free. I don't know why I keep hearing that. Same with those birds. You are set free. And they're also saying like it could be scary in the moment, but just, you know, accept it and kind of go through the emotions and kind of feel what's happening, and you'll very soon realize that this is meant for you, for your greater success in life. Okay, Group 1, this is everything that I'm seeing for your next unexpected blessing. Thank you so much for being here. If you're interested in exclusive content, I have a Patreon where if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and check it out. And again, if you want to book a private reading with me, my email is in the description below. Go ahead and send me an email. But yes, thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hey guys! If you chose the Sacred Web Tarot and this Four of Wands with this obsidian, this is your group. Hello, group number 2. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna set your crystal right there. And okay, so this is all about an unexpected blessing. So if you found this video, you're stumbling upon this, and this is your group, then there is an unexpected blessing. And for some of you, this could have already happened, or this is like in the process of happening very, very soon. So yeah, let's get right into it. I have a tarot deck here that I split up into 3 groups. We have all the major arcana here, we have all the court cards here, and then we have the rest of the deck here. So we're going to start off this reading with your current energy. We're going to get one card from each pile, and that's going to give us your current energy of whatever's happening in your life. Now, if this current energy doesn't sound like you or, your situation, then definitely check out a different group. But if it does, then stick around and we will get, the rest of the messages and what the unexpected blessing is through the deck that you guys chose. Okay. Before I get started, I do want to say with this group, there could be some celebration that's happening very soon in your life, or you're going to be like recognized for something. Because with the Four of Wands, this card talks about celebration, happiness. It could even talk about engagements, marriage. It could talk about parties. It could talk about a happy home life or a home in general. And especially with the yellow here, and then I chose yellow flowers today for my setup, it just feels very vibrant. It feels very happy. It's very exciting. And even this, it's making me think of the queen bee. So for some of you, you could be getting recognized in some way, or something you're doing is giving you some a greater reward than you were expecting, or it's people are recognizing you. You have a lot of eyes on you. You could be getting a promotion, anything like that. And I think it would be so exciting that you would feel the need to celebrate this moment, or tell people, invite people over, have drinks, make food. There's this need to I'm so happy that this has happened because I worked so hard for it, that I want to share the good news with people, and I want to celebrate with people, which is so interesting. So let's move this over. This is also Aries energy that could be significant for some of you. So let's get right into it. So we're going to start off with the current energy here. Start off with the major arcana. Okay, group 2's current energy. It feels like a very fun, vivacious, optimistic energy. It almost feels like center of attention, or you have a spotlight on you, or something like that. Let's see. Let's check out. What am I saying? Let's see what is group 2's current energy. Group 2's current energy. Yes, the world. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's exactly what I'm sensing from this group. Very specific energy for this group too. But let me keep going. What is group 2's current energy? We have the Knight of Diamonds. Yes, it really feels like you've been working towards some kind of a goal, or some kind of an end, some kind of an end result, or some kind of goal. You've been working towards something for a long time. The Knight of Diamonds, this is the Knight of Pentacles. It's a very slow moving energy. This does not happen overnight. This is not like a Jack and the Beanstalk situation. This takes a long time. It takes consistency. It takes, discipline. It takes you doing the same things or putting effort into something over the course of a very long time. And I feel like that's what your energy is. And I love that the world is here, because it's showing us that you're very close to completing what you had set out to do, or you are achieving the next level. So that actually makes so much sense, that your next blessing is something that you have worked towards, or you are finishing some kind of a chapter, you're hitting some kind of a milestone in a project, or in your career, or even in your personal life, in your own personal growth. It feels like, but it does more feel like career related, or your status, or something that you are doing, something that you are putting out into the world. So it could be emotional or spiritual stuff for a lot of you, maybe even mental stuff, mental growth, but it does feel like physical, something you're physically doing. Okay, let me get the last card. Hold on. Whoa, that was fast. Okay, let's see. What is group 2's current energy? Oopsie. that's a lot. Saw the Eight of Swords and the Two of Wands in the reverse. You could have doubted yourself on your journey to get here. Now that you're here, or that you will be here very soon, it feels like you're like, wow, like I did it, you know? But I think you could have doubted yourself. Maybe at some point in time you thought that you could not progress, you could not get to where you are. Maybe you thought something was impossible, something was out of reach. But it almost feels like that's where that persistency comes in, because now that you have maintained something for a very long time, and now that you're finally seeing results, you're so happy that you kept up with it and that you didn't give up. But let's see. Let's get one more card for group two's current energy. Oh, not me accidentally mixing a court card with the other pile. I'm going to keep both of them, but I will get I want a card. Okay, 10 of Cups. That's fine. Wow, didn't I say like engagement, marriage for some of you? Even this kind of makes me think of like a wedding arch situation. Okay, let me just kind of get all of these to fit since we have an extra card here. Wow, for some of you, you could definitely be getting engaged, or there is some level of commitment happening. Like this immediately makes me feel like somebody is like offering a ring, somebody is offering commitment, somebody is offering the next level of something. So it doesn't have to be engagement or marriage, but it could even be that like if you were dating somebody for a while, like you're now making it official, like somebody's asking you to make it official, or somebody could even be asking you to like move in with them or something like that. For some of you, there could definitely be, in your current energy, there could definitely be something here about a relationship progressing to the next level. Wow. And I think you're very happy about that. And so there could definitely be celebrating if something is hitting the next level in a romantic relationship. You could be celebrating that. You could also feel like this is the right time to take the next step, because maybe you've been busy, you've been working really hard, but now that you're kind of like ending some kind of a chapter, or you've reached a milestone in your career, or you know, in your life, it feels like this is a good time to take the next level or take the next step in a relationship. Now, I know not everybody is in a relationship. So with the 10 of Cups, we can also view this as like ultimate happiness. So you have two cards here about completion. And even with the Page of Diamonds. So another way I can interpret this is like you have reached completion in something that you are doing or something you're working on, and you have reached not only ending the chapter, but also like ultimate wish fulfillment, ultimate emotional fulfillment with the 10 of Cups. So now you're ready to start something new, or you're ready to start like a new chapter, or maybe you're even getting kind of bored. You're like, okay, like I've hit my goal, so let me start something new here. Because if we're going from somebody that was working very hard towards the same thing for a long time to somebody starting over, starting something new, a brand new project, it does feel like in your current energy, you could be stepping into some kind of a new project, new chapter, a new milestone in your career. But I definitely think you will be celebrating what you have just done or what you have just accomplished before you maybe start something new. Now, you know, I didn't even think this card was in here, so I can also interpret this with just these three cards and without the Page of Diamonds here. And it could be that in your current energy, you're hitting, like I was saying, you're hitting a new level on something you have been working on for a very long time, or something that you have been putting a lot of time and effort into, and you are very emotionally fulfilled by it. And it's finally growing, you know, it's finally growing the way you want it to grow. So like a really good example I can give you is like social media. Say if you were like staying consistent on posting on social media, and you did it for a very long time, and now you finally like got some brand deals, or now it's finally taking you to a point of like the next level, instead of you just being a beginner on it, but now it's like giving you what you started it for in the first place, right? So the brand deals, or the exposure, the status, maybe other connections. So it almost feels like whatever you were doing for a while, you're hitting a new height. There we go. You're hitting a new height on your success, and it's making you very, very happy, very emotionally happy. And now you're very happy that you kept up with this for so long, because remember that initial energy earlier where I got the message of like somebody was doubting themselves throughout the process, and now you're realizing like, wow, I'm so happy I kept up with it, even though 11/11 all the time, like even though I was doubting myself, I'm so happy I kept up with something. But now for some of you, I definitely think an unexpected blessing or something in your life is engagement or marriage. Like this just looks way too like somebody proposing or somebody like wanting to commit, wanting to take something to the next level in a relationship. So if that resonates with you, you know, you can definitely claim that message. Another scenario I always think about with the world is like you have all eyes on you. You know, because in traditional tarot, there's the zodiacs and it all looks like they're all looking at the person on the card. So it's like you finally reached a new height in your career, in your finances, or in the status that you are seeking. You know, you finally did something. You finally had a breakthrough. That's kind of what I'm seeing for your current energy. But I love that it's a Knight of Diamonds, because Spirit is saying, even though you hit a new height, like something about it is not over. Even if you want to start something new or want to go down a different path, it's like something about this is not completely over. It's, for some of you, you could be in the same field, but now you're a position higher. You know, so again, if this is about you working your way up the ladder, maybe you worked at the internship level or the entry level for a very long time, and now you're getting promoted to like the second level up. So it's not completely done. You know, you're still in the same job, but maybe you're doing different tasks and you're still maybe in the same field, but it feels like you're working your way up a rank for some of you. Like that's another way we can interpret that, because I know not everybody is on social media. But no matter what it is, there's a lot of happiness right now in your life, a lot of emotional fulfillment in your life as well. So let's go ahead and see, what is the unexpected blessing for group 2? What is the unexpected blessing for group 2? What is the unexpected blessing for group 2? What is the unexpected blessing? Ooh, the 8 of Wands. Yes. Okay, I love it. I love it. Okay, 8 of Wands, Sagittarius energy, Jupiter, expansion. So an 8 of Wands, it's a very fast-paced energy. It's actually Mercury and Jupiter, so it's very fast. It's very quick. We're literally going from 0 to 100 instantly. And it feels like you stayed consistent with something for a very long time, and your unexpected blessing is like it's about to hit the roof, like it's about to go viral, or it's about to go like it's something's huge is about to happen. Especially because you just kind of stayed on that same, you like plateaued for a while, or you just kind of stayed on the same level. Maybe you were seeing a little bit here and there, but it feels like you were staying on the same level for a while, and then overnight or out of nowhere, it just takes off. And now if this is about like a career, then yeah, you could have been in the same, you know, entry level position for a very long time, or in the same level for a very long time, and then suddenly you get promoted like instantly, like the next day you go in. It definitely, it's gonna catch you off guard. I think that's the whole point of this energy that I'm feeling, is that this is a surprise. Like you are gonna go into work tomorrow and get a promotion, or work into the next level, or something's about to happen, right? And you don't expect it, and you have no idea this is gonna happen. Or it could even be about, say, you know, if you did post something online, maybe you're expecting like 100 views, but it gets 100,000 views overnight, and you like check it and you're just like shocked. You're like, whoa. You know, or your business, say you're doing steady on your business, but something happens and a bunch of people find it overnight, and now you have like over like 1,000 orders to fulfill. Like it feels like you've been steady for a while, and then out of nowhere something just blows up, And Spirit is saying that is a blessing for you because you deserve it. You've been working so hard. You know, you've been staying consistent with something. You've been very disciplined about something. And this is how they are rewarding you. Yeah. Like something's going from 0 to 100 very, very quick. And it really feels like a total shock on your end. Or like you were expecting it to do well, but not that well. You know, or you were expecting a raise, but not that much of a raise. You were expecting to be promoted, but not such a huge promotion. It's like maybe you were expecting something to come out of it, but it like completely surpasses your expectations by like 1,000, 100,000, maybe even in the millions. That's how I'm feeling it. Wow, we have the 8 of Cups. You have 2 8s. And I just heard this could have been something you almost walked away from. Because in the very beginning, I sensed very strongly like you were questioning it for a very long time. Maybe you were posting for a very long time, but nothing took off. Maybe you had your business open for a very long time, but it never took off. Maybe you were working the entry-level position for a very long time and you never got promoted or you didn't get that raise yet. So it almost feels like somebody that was really questioning themselves, like, should I keep doing this? Because it's not going anywhere, or it's not going where I want it to go. You could have been, you know, spending years on something. And it feels like you almost walked away from it. You almost left it behind. But you're going to be so happy that you didn't. This 0 to 100, you're going to be so happy. You're like, yes, like this is the moment I've been waiting for. Like I've been posting for years and it's finally going viral. I've had my business up for years and it's finally getting past a certain threshold of orders. Like you're going to be so happy that you stuck through it. Nice. Okay, so let's see, why is this blessing coming into your life? Oh my gosh. Why is this blessing coming into your life for group 2? Okay, I'll take both. We have the source of fire. Is this awakening? This might be the world card, actually. No, hold on. I actually can't remember off the top of my head. And this deck is kind of confusing because it doesn't have the names of the cards on here. But I can still interpret what I'm seeing. So the source of fire, this is the king of fire or the queen of fire. So queen of wands or king of wands. So why this is happening to you is that you can unlock the next level. Essentially, I see that there is a lot of potential for what it is you're doing. There's a lot of potential for your business, or there's a lot of potential in your career field, in what you're doing, or a lot of potential of who you are as a person. You know, maybe if you're posting online or something, there's a lot of potential. And I think that this is finally happening for you because Spirit is saying you need to unlock the next level, or like you deserve to unlock the next level. You deserve to be seen, you deserve to be heard, you deserve that promotion, you know, you deserve whatever is coming for you. And it feels like it's a long time coming for some of you. But this will help you gain confidence in yourself. It'll give you that motivation again to keep going. I think that's another reason this is happening for you, because you are very close to quitting. Like you could have been just days or weeks away from quitting something, or your energy was definitely declining in whatever this is. But then they give you that boost because they don't want you to quit. They don't want you to walk away. So it's also like this reassurance from the universe, like, no, don't stop yet. Like it is going somewhere. This will take you somewhere. Don't stop. And this is really making me feel like you're reaching your ultimate potential. Like, what a cool image. You're becoming one with your true potential. You're becoming one with your higher self. You're becoming one with your destiny or your purpose here on earth. And they want you to be more reassured that this is something you are meant to be doing. Especially when we get to that 50-50 energy and we're just like, You know, is it even worth it? It's like they really want you to be reassured that yes, whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it. Especially if this is something about social media. Like, I keep going back to social media or your business. You know, there's something about like, this is your independent work. This is your hard work, which is what's making me think that it's like different from maybe your full-time job for some of you. Maybe for some of you, your business is your full-time job, but it does feel like there's something about your destiny that's also tangled up in what you're doing, and that's why they don't want you to quit. So let's see, how will it benefit you? How will this, you know, this Eight of Wands surprising energy, how will this benefit group 2? Okay, we have Justice. I'm pretty sure this is Justice. And the way it'll benefit you is it'll make you see what is possible. I think that this 0 to 100, because the way the energies are coming to me now, this 0 to 100, or this like windfall, or this viral video, or this like huge like burst of orders, or some kind of recognition, or people acknowledging you, or acknowledging your craft or your business, it feels like there's still more to this. This could be one viral video, right? This could be just like a few extra orders, but it's enough to make you motivated and enough to make you excited to keep going. Because with all this energy, Spirit is just trying to remind you, like, hey, like, don't give up. You know, like, there is potential here. So that's why this doesn't feel like the end. That's what I was saying earlier too. Like, something doesn't feel like the end. You're hitting a milestone, but it doesn't feel like the end. It feels like you're going to keep going. But it'll give you the confidence and the motivation and the reassurance to keep going. Because why this, like, how will this benefit you? Is it'll make you see the potential of what is possible in life. You know, again, going back to like an online business, say you were steady at like 10 orders, 50 orders, 100 orders a month, right? But suddenly you get 10,000 orders, or 1,000, or a very big number, you know, bigger than what you are used to where they just want to give you that little blimp, that little, whoa, like that little explosion, because they want you to realize the potential of what you have, or your potential, or what your business could have, or your whatever you're doing. There's a lot of potential here, and they don't want you to get discouraged without getting a taste of that potential. Because once you hit a huge number of orders, now you're hungry for more. Now you're motivated to you know, publicize more. You're motivated to post more. You're motivated to do more. And they want you to get a taste of that. That's why it's happening for you. That's why this blessing is coming in. But it's not going to be the end. You know, you're not going to retire off of it. It's not going to be the last thing you ever do. But it gives you a sense of drive of, I want to feel that again. I want to feel that, you know, I want to get those orders like that again. That's the reason it's happening. Let's get any time frames. Any time frames for group 2 about when this could possibly happen. So I'm just viewing this as time. I know this 10 of Swords, it's a sad card. As a vegetarian, I hate to see an animal in distress, but okay. For time, fast, because this is Seer of Air, so this is the, either like the king or queen. I think Source is the queen, and Seer is the king. So this would be the King of Swords, and then we have the 10 of Swords, which I am going to cover it up because I don't want to look at that card. So for time frames, I mean, this is happening now, like right now, like in your current energy right now. Air is the fastest suit, even though maybe some want to argue that fire is the fastest suit, but I feel like air is very fast. It's quick. It's very quick. So this could even be in the next 10 days. Some of you, it could be today, it could be tomorrow. I would say anywhere from now to over the next 10 days, you're going to see some slight explosion in something that you're doing. Your stats are going to go up, or your orders are going to go up, or some raise or promotion, or like something is happening. that'll give you that boost of motivation again to keep going. But it will happen very, very soon from when you're watching this. Okay, and then is there anything else for advice? Anything Spirit wants you to know? Uh, 16? Well, I don't know why I really blanked very hard on that. I can't remember what 16 is. This is the Tower? Maybe it's the Tower. Actually, what I'm thinking is, yeah, once you get a taste of the success that you are gonna have, you can never go back to your old ways. Like, you can never go back to the person who never tasted that success. You know what I mean? Like, once you taste something sweet, you can't go back to not tasting it. And that's the entire point of why they're giving you a little bit of success, so you can taste it. And then you're gonna be ready for more. And with this being the Tower, it just feels like once this happens to you, you cannot go back to who you used to be. You cannot have the same mindset or the 50-50 energy or the discouraging energy. Like, you could never go back to who you were before. And it's almost like you're coming through the ashes. Like, you're becoming a new you. You're gonna have a brand new attitude, and that attitude is gonna stick with you with whatever it is you're doing. And that's the whole point of why this is happening. They don't want you to give up. Okay, group 2, thank you so much for letting me give you this reading. This was definitely a fun, exciting energy, and I'm so happy that I got to be a part of it. So yeah, if you're interested in exclusive content, I do have a Patreon where the viewers get to suggest the monthly readings. So that is in the description below. Go ahead and check that out. And I'm also offering private readings right now. If you're interested, go ahead and email me. My email is in the description below as well. Okay, you guys, take good care of yourself. Have a great rest of your day or night. And please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey guys, if you chose this Sun card with the Rebel Heart Tarot and this Rose Quartz, this is your group. Hello, group number 3. Thank you guys so much for being here. And like I mentioned in the intro, this reading is all about an unexpected blessing that is coming your way. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a tarot deck here, and I split it up into 3 groups. So this is the Major Arcana, this is the Court cards, and this is the Minor Arcana. So we're going to start off with an energy check, and it'll be your current energy. I'm going to get 1 card from each group, and 111 on the time as I'm saying that, and then that'll be your current energy. And if you feel like that does not sound like you, it really just doesn't resonate with you, then definitely check out a different group. But if you feel like the current energy does sound like you, then, you know, keep watching, and we will get into the rest of the reading with the deck that you guys chose. There is something about like vacation. Maybe I'm thinking that because this person looks like they're at the beach, or like, you know, out on the ocean. So it feels like there could be something here about a vacation for some of you, or kind of just a getaway to just go and do what you want to do, or take some time off and just relax for a little bit. You know, even the sun is making me think of like laying under the sun, being able to relax by the water, under the sun, drinking a cold drink. You know, it's coming through as like a very relaxing energy. And if it's not, you know, going on a vacation, it could definitely be something like going to the spa, going to get a massage. There is like, I'm feeling on your body, like your body needs some kind of love, some kind of self-care. So whether that's a massage or the spa or laying under the sun at the pool or at the beach, there just feels like your body just needs a moment to rest. You know, that might not be for everyone, but that's what I'm seeing for group 3 so far. Now let's go ahead and get your current energy. So from the Major Arcana, let's see, what is group 3's current energy? What is group 3's current energy? taking a while. That's okay. What is group 3's current energy? That's a lot. What is group 3's current energy? Okay. We have Justice and we have the Empress that came out together. King of Cups. You know what's so interesting? I recently uploaded a YouTube reading all about your next date, and the Empress was the intro card for that group. And this almost feels like that exact energy, especially because I saw the King of Cups come out in the reverse. It gave me a different interpretation. And that, all of that together, which I will explain in a second, but all of that together feels like if you resonated with the current energy in your next date video. Oops, that was fast. Okay, and then we have the Four of Crystals. This is the Four of Wands. Okay, I think you're in an energy of pulling your energy back from external things. I just saw 444 on the time, especially because I originally saw the King of Cups in the reverse. And seeing this in the reverse, because the King of Cups, to me, it's always an energy of somebody who is willing to put their love out there, or is open to love, or is open to like including their love or their energy onto other people. But with it in the reverse, it really gave me like Queen of Cups vibes, where we are pulling our energy back. We're focusing on ourselves. We are pouring love into ourselves. Like we're very reserved right now. Like we are not in the energy of wanting to be in a relationship or wanting to like find somebody or put ourselves out there like that. It feels like you're protecting your energy, you're protecting your peace. You're really just focused on yourself, focused on self-care. Maybe that's why I got all those messages about self-care. And you're not really focused about like other people right now. And if you have kids, you know, I think you're definitely focused on your kids, but it just feels like your priorities are just like yourself, your family, if you have one, and your own happiness, your own growth, your own mental, spiritual, emotional evolution right now. Like that's all that matters to you. With Justice here, I do feel like in your current energy, you are cutting out anything that doesn't serve you. So whether this is people, friends, acquaintances, family, you know, relationships, whatever, it really feels like you are setting a new standard for yourself, setting new boundaries for yourself, cutting out people, places, things, activities, anything that doesn't serve you anymore. And I feel like you have really evolved as a new version of yourself. So it's interesting, you know, I said you're setting new standards and boundaries for yourself. It feels like you are not who you used to be. And maybe the old you would allow certain things, but the new you would be like, no, that's beneath my standards. You know, that's beneath my boundaries. I'm not, or that's like, you know, above my boundaries or whatever. It's like you wouldn't allow certain things now that you would allow at one point in time. I do think like you could have gone through something pretty difficult that put you in this energy of focusing on yourself. It could have been a relationship. It could have just been people, your own healing journey, your own dark night of the soul. It does feel like something like cracked you down or like broke you down for you to like rewire yourself in the sense of becoming a new you, healing and evolving into a new you. You kind of hit rock bottom and you had to grow into a new version of yourself. That's what I'm seeing for this group. And you know what's so interesting? This looks like such a similar expression. Somebody that truly is just focused on themselves, is disconnected from the world, doesn't have a care in the world for like anything else around them other than themselves. Really prioritizing themselves. You know, that's really how that's coming through. Also with the King of Cups in the reverse, and even with justice here, it feels like at one point in time you could have loved everybody. You could have been very kind, very genuine. You would have maybe given the shirt off your back to somebody if they needed it. You know, you're always a very loving, genuine person. But now you realize that not everyone deserves that. Not everyone deserves your love. Not everyone deserves your kindness or your generosity. Not everyone deserves your energy. You know, and I think that's where you're quick to walk away from something. You're quick to get involved in something. You've learned a lot. And I think like boundaries and protecting your energy is like very important in this current stage in your life. I do feel like you're older or you're more mature now. Like I feel like you are a wiser, more mature, or older version of yourself than you used to be. I also think that your habits, your personality, the way you dress, I think a lot of just how you present yourself into the world, that could have also matured. You know, like the visual I got was very specific, like somebody that used to wear a certain type of clothing, say, like, you know, like how young people dress, I guess, like if you're in college or you're in like a frat or a sorority, like you're dressing a certain way when you're younger. But now it's like, it feels like your energy has matured so much that your dressing has changed like a 360. Like now you're dressing in a completely different way than how you used to dress. You present yourself in a different way. You have different mannerisms than who you used to be. Yeah, I do feel like your whole package, like you as a person, like almost everything about yourself changed or matured or grew in some way recently. But you seem very happy with the Four of Wands here. It feels like this is you're finally living the life that you wanted or that you were meant to be living. But you didn't know that it would look like this. You know, you didn't know that it would like that you would be this type of a person to be aligned with your ultimate happiness. Or maybe you didn't know you'd be single to be aligned to your ultimate happiness, or you'd be living in like this part of the world or a certain lifestyle. It almost feels like you're very genuinely happy, and this is like you are very aligned to your higher self, to like your soul's purpose. But it would actually shock you if you go back 5 years ago, 10 years ago, like if you went back in time and told that old version of yourself, hey, like this is how you will reach your ultimate happiness in life, they would be like, there ain't no way. Like there's something about like, you never thought that this is how you would find ultimate happiness in life. Going within, you know, having boundaries, having standards, being more reserved, protecting your energy, like all these things, I feel like you could have been the total opposite at one point in time. But I do sense you're very happy, very genuinely happy. Your energy is very happy. You're very at peace. And energy doesn't lie. So I can tell this is the truth of how your current energy is. You know, you're very at peace with who you are as a person right now. I love it. Okay. So let's see what is your unexpected blessing that's coming in for group number 3. Okay, let's see. What is group 3's unexpected blessing? What is group 3's unexpected blessing that is coming in? That took a while. Oh my gosh! This is the exact same card. Four of Wands. And you know what else Four of Wands is about? It's about a happy home life. And I love this because there is a home, there are keys in the door, meaning it is your house. It is your home. It is your sense of independence. You are creating your life. You know what I mean? And that's your energy. And I love that because your unexpected blessing is a new home or a new sense of independence in some way. Like you are unlocking the door to your new life. But I am seeing like physically there could be something about your home that's changing or that's evolving or that's getting better, or you are moving, or you're getting accepted for a loan, you're getting accepted to rent somewhere. Especially if you were maybe like tied down to a relationship for a while, or maybe if you've never had your own sense of independence before, it feels like this is a huge milestone that you would have your own place, moving into your own place. And I love that the Four of Wands is out here twice, because it's showing me not only are you genuinely happy and fulfilled in your life right now, but it's like you are creating the reality that you want. So an unexpected blessing is there could be something about a new home, a new living space, a new environment that's coming into your life. Tower, and look, there's a washing machine. Yeah, Tower, Four of Wands. This could have been very sudden, you know, this new home. It almost feels like you're thinking about moving out, or you're thinking about like starting a new chapter somewhere, and you're not getting your hopes up, you know, because you don't want to get upset. So it feels like you kind of are like, you know, getting the ball rolling for something, but you're not getting your hopes up. And then out of nowhere, like the first place that you fall in love with, that you apply to, you're telling yourself, oh, it's no big deal if it doesn't work out. You know, I can go find another place. It's like you're trying to talk yourself down from it, but it's like the first place that you reach out to, or the first like time you're initiating wanting to move somewhere, you're accepted. You get in. You know, you get the house, you get the apartment, you get the loan. It's something like that. It's a very unexpected energy. And you're trying to talk yourself down from it so you don't get disappointed. But then it happens. Like very quickly, very fast, immediately, the next day, the same day, you could get approved for something. And I can sense you being so happy. You could have a what is it, like a home party, a welcome home party. I don't even know. Like, you know what I mean? Like a home warming party. I don't know. You could have some kind of like an event like that where you realize, oh my God, this is my home, you know, and then you have some kind of a party or a celebration with the balloons there, you know. So, and you could invite friends, you could invite family. It feels like a very like celebratory energy because you're finally having some level of stability for yourself. For others of you, if it's not a home, it could be something else, like a car, or like securing some kind of an asset to your name that gives you a level of independence. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be a home, but that very specifically looks like it could be a home. I'm also sensing with this candy cane, if this is around the time of a holiday, I also feel like you're going to be so happy that you are going to host, you know, the first season in your home. So if it's Christmas and you're moving in like right around Christmas time, it's like you host Christmas for your family. Or it's like you really want to share this with your family or share this with your loved ones. I can see you being a host. I can see you like inviting people over, making drinks, making food for everybody. Wow, I split the deck and there's the Empress again, and she's very pregnant. For some of you, you could be welcoming a family member, a child, maybe a pet for some of you, but it's like you could be welcoming somebody into your home, or you could be like pregnant or expecting a child, and then you find a home. So now it's like, wow, like everything is really, you know, working out. So that seems like the unexpected blessing. Definitely unexpected, because I think it'll happen very, very quickly. And it like jump starts the independence or like jumpstarts this new chapter in your life. For some of you, if this is not a home, and if it's not like an asset that I'm talking about, this could be fertility. You know, this could be getting pregnant, or, you know, because it's like you're welcoming something into a new home or into your home, and it's sudden. So like, again, I don't like to predict pregnancies, but for some of you, it could be that like you're welcoming somebody into your home, and you find out like out of nowhere. But obviously that doesn't have to be the case. It could be, you know, something else that really surprises you. And look at that. This looks like a party at your new home. Everyone's wearing a funky hat. We got a bunch of food on the table. Got a inflatable rainbow. Like, this looks like the party you're gonna have at your new home. I love it. Okay, so let's see why. Why is this happening for group 3? Oh my gosh, you know what's so funny? Okay, I only say this because I have a storage room. Because I'm living with my mom right now, so I have a storage room. When I moved out, I put all my stuff in a storage room, and it kind of looks like this. Like, everything is stacked on top of each other because it's like a storage room that goes up. It's not wide, but it's tall. So everything is like stacked up on boxes. So it feels like you're finally like finding a home, and you're able to like go unpack your storage unit, or you're able to like take all the stuff that you just like stuffed somewhere and go and like put it nicely in your new home. It's very possible I'm just manifesting that for myself, but that's like what that reminds me of, because my storage room, if you would open it up, things are probably going to fall down on you because things are just stacked on top of each other like that. So it's fine. It's like you're taking some level of clutter and you're organizing it and making it all pretty, and you're finally able to like settle it down somewhere, you know? I love that. Ooh, interesting. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Wands with the globe here. For some of you, this could be in a new city, a new state. This looks like street signs. You know, you could be going somewhere brand new. So like you want to move to a new city and you're applying for homes, and it could have been just a dream that you would get approved for an apartment or a house somewhere, because it's a dream to just like go somewhere, and suddenly it's becoming reality. You know, that's like the vibe I'm getting. Okay, so let's see. Why is this happening for group 3? Why is this happening for group 3? Feels like you deserve it, you know, especially after what you've been through or all of that. It's like you deserve it. We have the 2 of Swords. Yes, like you're finally getting into your baddie energy. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're like older, or if you're like a mom, or if you've had to like prioritize other people ahead of you. Up until now, it feels like you're finally able to like put on that sexy outfit and go out and like have a good time. It just feels like you've been prioritizing and working so hard on like everything else, that the universe wants to gift you something that is your own, that you can use for your own needs or your own independence or your own happiness. But let me clarify why. Can we clarify the 2 of Swords here? Why is this happening for group 3? The King of Swords, 2 of Swords, King of Swords, King of Cups. Wow, and they're both wearing an all black outfit. I do think with the King of Swords, it does feel like why this is happening to you. It's like, for one, you've earned it, you worked for it, and it's also helping you kind of like jumpstart a new life or a new chapter in your life. And it's interesting because in traditional 2 of Swords, the person in the image is holding both of the swords. But in this one, this person is not holding on to nothing, and the swords are on the ground. So it just feels like the reason this is happening for you, it's like it's time for you to drop the burdens. You know, it's time for you to like stop with catering to other people or being there for everyone else, and be there for yourself. You know, it's almost like taking your personal power back and saying like, yeah, this is my new chapter, this is my new beginning, but I'm going to focus on me, on what I want, on the life that I want to live, on the life that I want to create for myself, not everyone else's issues or not everyone else's chores. Like, I want to just do me. And I think the universe is giving you a space that you rightfully deserve, to take your power back and to just focus on you. Have that self-care that you want, or just live the life that you want to live. Removing that extra baggage around you that you don't need. Yeah, that's what I feel. That's why it's like, I think that's what's the why on why this is happening for you. Let's see, how will it benefit you? To live life on your own terms, by your own rules. You know, because when you're in someone else's home, it's very much like it's their home, it's their rules. So now if it's like your own space, it's your own rules. Let's see, how will it benefit you? How will... Yes! There's that party, there's that excitement. Everyone has a different cup. I love that. The way it'll benefit you is, again, giving you an outlet. That's how I'm seeing it. Especially if you want to have people over, if you're creative, if you want to be a host, if you want to like enjoy certain things in life. It feels like this level of independence, or this space, it gives you an outlet to do what you want to do, or to express yourself how you want to express yourself, to live a life with no rules, or with your own rules. It really feels like you're done living by other people's rules, other people's standards, other people's expectations, and you just want to do what you want to do. And I think it gives you the space and the freedom to do that. And also, this is, you know, Nine of Cups is a very emotionally fulfilling energy. It's happening for you because you deserve it. You deserve happiness after how hard you worked, or with everything you've been through. It's like you deserve the life that you want. You deserve to be comfortable in your home, or comfortable in your skin. You deserve to drop the burdens and to do what you want to do. Let's see, are there any time frames? Any time frames? Oh my gosh. Seven of Pentacles. So you could have a garden. This home, or whatever this is, it could have a space for you to have your own garden, or even a patio. Somewhere where you can plant things. But time frame, Seven of Pentacles. I think you're already working towards this, because the Seven of Pentacles, it's not the beginning, but it's also not the end. It's like right in the middle. Well, a little above the middle. You're very close to getting here. You're very close to like this next chapter, but I think you've been working towards this for a while. Or you've been like getting your finances ready. You've been getting your stuff ready. Like, you know, you've been kind of like getting things ready emotionally, mentally, physically, getting things ready, working towards it, saving up for it, making sure you're in a stable position in life to have something like this. So it feels like you're already actively working towards this stability, but let's get one more card actually. And with the Tower, you know, the Tower is very fast. It happens almost instantly. We have Temperance here. Sagittarius energy. So I'm actually gonna go off of seasons, because even Temperance is kind of like a slower energy. So for those of you, if you do think like you are on this path, you know, to getting your own home or this kind of vibe here, if you are on this path, then I think you would know your situation a little bit better. But I think I would say it will happen sooner than you think it will, because the Tower is just like out of the blue. It's out of nowhere. You're not expecting it to happen. So it feels like, yes, you're planning for it, and maybe in your plan, maybe you thought it was going to be another 6 months, but then it happens in 2 months. Like, it happens quicker than what you were originally thinking, because it feels like very surprising, like it's very sudden. Even though you were planning on this, whatever this is, your plan was going to take longer than what the universe offers you. Now, I also want to say like time frames, as in the zodiac signs associated with the cards, and this is the first group that I'm doing that to. So this is Taurus and this is Sagittarius. So from Taurus season to Sagittarius season, that time frame. I know Sag is like the second half of November to the first half of December. That's so crazy. I was talking about Christmas. I was talking about, if you, like, hypothetically, if you were to move in right around Christmas timing, you would host Christmas. That's crazy, because Sag ends in the first half of December. So that is like a few weeks before Christmas. So that's really crazy. So Sagittarius season and then Taurus season, which Taurus season, I think it's in May, right? April? Yes, because the second half of May is Gemini. So yeah, so like that mid-April to mid-December could be a time frame. And then if you're watching this and that's coming up, then it would be sooner than later, you know. But if you're watching this and that's a little bit farther away, then, you know, it could be anywhere in that time frame. It could be the closer one, it could be maybe a bit farther out, but Spirit is saying you are aligned to this. Okay, group number 3. Thank you so much for letting me give you this reading. If you are interested in exclusive content, go ahead and check out my Patreon, where the viewers get to suggest the monthly readings. That is in the description below. And also, again, I'm offering private readings. If you're interested, my email is in the description below. Go ahead and send me an email and we can figure it out. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hey guys, if you chose this Phantasma Tarot with this white crystal that I don't remember the name of, and the Ace of Cups, this is your group. Hello, group number 4. Thank you guys so much for being here. Before we get started, I do want to mention that peacocks could be significant. There is a girl who is literally hugging a peacock in this image. So peacocks could be significant, peacock feathers. This could be a spirit animal for some of you, especially the way she's like hugging it, like really embracing it. It does feel like some kind of a spirit animal or some kind of a guide, or even some kind of a sign that you really associate with and you really like feel connected to, feel emotionally connected to, or even like it makes you feel safe. That's like really what I'm seeing for this for some of you, because I know in spirituality, the peacock is like a pretty big symbol for a lot of people, so that could be significant. You could see peacock, you know, peacocks, like literal peacocks. You could see peacock feathers. You could see, you know, images of them following you around. I just saw 111 as I'm talking about peacocks, so that really could be significant for some of you. Another message I'm getting about the peacock is about its beauty. And for some of you, there's a message of you don't know, like you don't realize how beautiful you are. You don't know how beautiful you are because it's like the world, you know, it's kind of the same thing as like a butterfly, right? Like peacocks and butterflies, they are so beautiful physically on the outside, but they can't really see that. You know, a butterfly can't really see its wings, and a peacock can't really see its feathers, and maybe it can, but you know, it's kind of those things where it's like the world can see how beautiful you are, how, you know, magnetic you are, just how unique you are. Like the world sees your beauty, but sometimes you might have a hard time recognizing it yourself. And I just want to start this message off by saying you are beautiful, you are radiant, you're unique, you know, you have a lot of amazing qualities about you, especially like physical qualities. And I think for some of you, maybe you dismiss it, or you know, you don't think about yourself in that way, but spirit wants to remind you that you are beautiful, whether you know it, whether you realize it or not. Okay, so let's move that aside. This reading is all about your next unexpected blessing, or an upcoming unexpected blessing. Like for most of the readings, it did feel like these blessings are coming up pretty quickly. We will see like a time frame and stuff at the end of the reading as well, but this is pretty much just an unexpected blessing that is coming your way. So we have a deck here that I split up into 3 groups. We have the major arcana, the court cards, and then the rest of the deck here. So we're gonna pull 1 card from each pile, and this is gonna give us your current energy. So if you feel like your current energy in your life does not resonate with this, you know, it doesn't sound like you, then definitely check out a different group. But if you feel like this current energy does sound like you, then stick around and we will see what the unexpected blessing is with the deck that you guys chose. So actually, I want to move the deck over to this side. Okay, so let's start off with the major arcana deck here. So for group 4, let's go ahead and see group 4's current energy. Ooh, the Hierophant, okay. Let's see, group 4's current energy. Ooh, okay. Immediately I'm thinking of you could be starting some kind of a new course, or you could be learning something, pursuing some level of higher education, or even pursuing a new hobby, a new skill, a new talent. Okay, let me straighten this up. 7 of Swords. So to talk about zodiac signs, is that straight? Okay, to talk about zodiac signs really quick, we have Taurus with the Hierophant. We have water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and then we have Aquarius energy with the 7 of Swords here. There's a very specific message coming through. For some of you, you've had an idea in your mind for a very long time. So whether this is like a creative idea, a career idea, some kind of a hobby situation, some kind of a passion project, like I can give you a scenario, right? So say you are an author or a writer or creator, and you've had like a novel idea in your head, like for a story. You've had an idea in your head for a very long time, but you just kept it in your head. Or if you're like an artist, you had an idea for some kind of a creative project that you wanted to do, but you kind of just like kept it in your head for a while. You know, you didn't act on it, but you were thinking about it. You're like, I have this idea, but I haven't done anything about it yet. And now it really feels like you're finally in an energy of like pushing that idea out into the real world. So like actually like creating something with the idea that you had in your mind. For others of you, this could totally be school. You know, this could be like there was something you're interested in, you know, for a while. There's some kind of like a subject you really want to learn, or something, a course you want to pursue, but you were just like thinking about it for a while. You weren't actively pursuing it. But it does feel like something could have shifted about that, and now you feel like you're in a better space to pursue this thing, or to bring it out of your head and to do something about it in real life. Because with the Hierophant here, you know, this shows me that you are willing to pursue something. You want to like go to new levels with something. You want to pursue something. So a higher level of education, higher level of work, or it could really be anything, but you're like trying to get started on something or unlock a new level about something. But it does feel like you either like haven't started this idea yet, or you have just started it. Like you just kind of, you know, started working on it. So it doesn't feel like you're far into it, or it doesn't feel like you're very advanced at it right now, but you're like on your way there. And even with the Page of Cups here, it does feel like this is something you really enjoy doing, because the Page of Cups, it's a very sweet, very sweet, genuine energy, and it really has a lot to do with our emotions as well. It's like we really like this, you know, this is not like a drag, this is not something we're forcing ourselves to do, this is something we actually like, you know, it makes us excited, and it like it gives us a little bit of hope or a little bit of spark, or like it's actually something we want to do. It's not just something we're forcing ourselves to do. Now, for some of you, the Hierophant here, you could even have a mentor, like somebody who is guiding you to bring this idea to life. Because maybe you have somebody you look up to, like a mentor, a teacher, or even a friend that kind of has some idea on what you're doing, or even just somebody that's really good at giving advice. This could even be like a guidance counselor. Oh, and you know what? For some of you, this could even be like you're finally attending therapy, because that idea of like keeping something in your head for a very long time, like it's just brewing in your mind, but then now you're finally like letting it come out of your mind, and you're starting to feel a lot better about it. And this is, again, you know, a guidance counselor or therapist in a way. Some of you could actually be starting therapy, and you're finally like letting everything out, you know, you're finally allowing somebody to like help you out, you know, with something that you've kept in your head for a very long time, and you're finally feeling a lot happier in life because you're like releasing that burden. You're not like holding on to it anymore, and you're finally like kind of just letting it go. So it's actually making you feel a lot happier, making you feel lighter, making you feel more emotionally fulfilled, because you don't have something that's weighing you down. Maybe even feeling more optimistic about life, feeling better about moving forward, or about healing from something you've kept to yourself for a long time. Yeah, so this definitely could be about therapy and about like bettering your mental health, and really just unloading and healing, and having somebody to talk to, somebody that's listening to you, somebody who you look up to. And if this is not an actual like a licensed therapist, it could even be a friend, it could be just somebody that you trust enough and that you look up to, and this person gives you advice. So it doesn't have to be like an actual therapist, it could be a family member, it could be a best friend that you really trust. But whatever it is, whether this is you bringing an idea to fruition, whether this is you, you know, bettering your mental health, it really feels like at the boiled down energy, there was something in your mind that you just kept in there for a very long time, and then you're finally letting it come out, and you're feeling a lot better about it, and it'll help you advance in life. You know, if it's a project, you're going to be advancing with it. If it is your own mental health, you're going to be advancing with it. And this, you know, again, the Hierophant, it could be somebody else who's helping you, or it's you wanting to pursue a new height in something that you are pursuing here. I hope that makes sense. So those are the two scenarios I'm seeing, and that therapist scenario came to me kind of suddenly. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing for your current energy. For some of you, this could even be religious, because the Hierophant does translate to the Pope at the very like boiled down energy. It's the Pope. So this doesn't have to be Christianity or Catholicism or anything like that, but it does feel like maybe there was a lot going on in your mind, a lot going on mentally, and you found some sort of religion that you are able to like unleash everything, and you're feeling a lot better, and you're like following a new religion, or even spirituality, or even a way of life. You know, this again, even boiled down even more, it doesn't even have to be about religion. It feels like you found something that you follow, or a way of life, or something that you can look up to, and it gives you hope, it gives you guidance, and you're able to like release everything that's in your mind, and you're feeling a lot better about yourself as a person, and just happier and bubbly, and you feel like there is some kind of a new beginning for you here in this chapter of whatever it is you're pursuing. Especially because it feels like you were holding on to something for a very long time. And even this being Aquarius energy, and Aquarius is all about our mind. It's also about logic. Maybe for a long time you felt like maybe you couldn't find help, or you couldn't pursue this thing that was in your mind. But it does feel like whatever it is, you're starting off on a good note and you're like moving forward in some kind of a new chapter here. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I know I kind of threw quite a few scenarios out there, but that's like what I'm seeing. Yeah, it's even giving like renewed hope. Even the way this image is with this person hugging this peacock, it's feeling like renewed hope. Something that you are doing right now, it's giving you hope about the future. Hope that it was like lost hope. Like maybe you thought you could never like fix something about yourself or heal something about yourself or pursue something that you want to pursue, but it feels like you finally have hope again. And it's interesting because I noticed here she has these peacock feathers coming out of her head. And I essentially saw it as like a crown or like a crown on her head. And then here she has a head crown looking thing, which is also making me think of like you're finally at peace in your mind. That's what I'm seeing though, like a lot of mental clarity. Whatever it is you were holding on for a very long time, it is coming out. You know, no matter what it is, it's different for everybody since it's a general reading, but whatever was in your head, it's coming out, and now you are mentally at peace, mentally feeling better. That's like very boiled down. That's kind of what I'm seeing. And something or a higher power or religion made you realize that for some of you. But I think that new chapter or like pursuing something new hobbies, new career, a new lifestyle, I think that could also resonate with you, because if you are feeling better mentally, then everything else kind of changes in your life too, right? Like your habits change, your hobbies change, your routine changes. So it does feel like there's some kind of a domino effect. It's like when you fix the root cause of the issue, which in this case could have been mental health, when you're like healing the root cause of it, then like everything else will better itself and fall into place on its own, like a domino effect. So it could definitely be that you're starting a new course, or you're starting a new career, you're starting a new way of living, a new chapter, because the root cause of the problem is being worked on. Everything else betters itself in your life. So all of that could definitely tie together, because that's what I'm seeing here for the current energy. Now, if that sounds like you, then definitely stick around, because we're going to see what is your unexpected blessing. But if that does not sound like you, then definitely check out a different group. Has anyone had coffee today? So I say that because I'm drinking coffee, and I love coffee, and I kind of taste it still. But anyway, I'm just saying that because I don't think I've ever mentioned this, but now I'm kind of recording a little bit more than I normally was. And I can't, like, my voice definitely gives out. Like, if you've noticed for some of my readings, when I'm like talking a lot, by the time I hit group 3, I'm like done. Like, my voice is strained. I need to go drink some hot tea and I'm done for the day. So then usually the very next morning, the first group that I record is group 4. It's been like that for quite a few readings now, where I do the first. So I've been kind of doing that for a while now, where I'll do 3 groups in a day and my voice is like gone, and then I'll do the last group. You know, usually it's group 4. If I'm going in order, it's group 4. Sometimes I bounce around, but then I do the last group the very next morning, and then I'll edit my video. So anyway, so I'm usually drinking coffee during this group, or it has been that way recently. So anyway, that's what and it's like morning time. It's like the sun is out, my window's open, drinking my morning coffee. That's why I was wondering, have you had your coffee today, or your tea, or whatever it is you do in the mornings that makes you just appreciate life a little bit more. You know, I cannot go a day without my coffee. So that is one of those little things I really appreciate. And maybe that's a message for you too, to find those little things in life that you appreciate and just really like embrace them a little bit more. Okay, for group 4, let's see, what is group 4's unexpected blessing? What is group 4's unexpected blessing? What is group 4's unexpected blessing? Ooh, the Page of Wands. Yes. And there's Okay, for some reason when I saw this, I thought this was a backpack, and I thought this was somebody going to school or like starting their first day of school or starting like that new chapter. Like it's the first day of a new chapter and I'm so excited, and you have all your supplies and you know exactly what you're doing for the day or for the week. I love that, the Page of Wands. So that, let me clarify the Page of Wands as an unexpected blessing. Four of Swords in the reverse. So the Four of Swords talks about a period of rest. And I love that it's in the reverse because it's showing me that you're coming out of a period of rest. You're coming out of a period of stagnation and you're finding a spark again. You're finding a new spark or some excitement or something that is getting you ready to start something new, which actually makes a lot of sense with everything we've been saying, because especially if you feel down, if you're depressed. I know when I get really down and, you know, in my head and upset and depressed, it's like I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit around and cancel all my plans and just not do a single thing. So it feels like if you could have been in that stagnation, even feeling very down kind of an energy recently, it feels like your blessing. My cat is scratching at the door. It feels like your blessing is that you're clearing that up. You're clearing your mental health up, or you're clearing up your emotions, or you're healing, or you're doing something to where you're coming out of that stagnation. You're coming out of that, like, that sadness in a way, or that feeling down. Hey, I'm working here. She's just staring at me. She's like, Mom, this is my house. It's my room. I can do what I want. I don't care if you're working. Okay, thank you. Okay, so it's like, yes. So there is some spark here, or some excitement, or some renewal of life. Again, this could be somebody that helped you get here. This could be your own healing journey. This could be your own religion. This could be something, right? Like something is helping you get out of your head or get out of the slump that you have been in. And it's giving you a sense of renewal with this Page of Wands. Okay, I'm gonna have to let her out. She's gonna... Okay, I'm back. It just feels like the unexpected blessing is some kind of a helping hand, something that's helping you get out of this stagnation, and it's giving you a renewal or a new like zest for life, or a new passion, a new excitement that you didn't have before. But let me clarify a little bit more, actually, because this seems very abstract. You know, I want to see more specifically how is this happening? Can we clarify the Page of Wands just to clarify how is this happening? Five of Cups. It feels like you're having a bit of a perspective shift, or somebody is helping you have a perspective shift about something. The Five of Cups talks about disappointment, sadness, neglect. You know, it's a very sad energy. But one thing about the Five of Cups is that there's three cups that are always like spilled over or broken or always messed up, right? But then one thing that the person in the image like never realizes is that there's two cups that are perfectly good, that are waiting for them to pick it up, and it is there for them and it's available. But they are so focused on the things that they have lost, or the sadness, or the cups that are broken, that they're not realizing the two cups that they have that are perfectly good for them. You know, it's kind of like, yeah, it's like you would have to have a bit of a perspective shift to realize it's like you didn't lose everything. Maybe you lost 3 out of 5, but you still have 2 left that are perfectly good for you. Or it's like, you know, if we're talking about in a more broader sense, a bit of a perspective shift that, okay, maybe it's a bad situation. Maybe it's, you know, there's temporary sadness, but it's not a bad life. It's not a sad life. It's not, you know, it's not going to be the rest of your life. You know, something is not permanent here. Something feels more temporary. And I think that there is a bit of a perspective shift that will help you realize, like, okay, maybe it's not the rest of my life. Maybe it's just like a little moment or a little chapter in my life that was tough, or something that did cause me to feel this way, but it's not forever. You know, this is going on as long as I'm letting it go on, because I'm not realizing that there is happiness right on the other side, or there's a new chapter waiting for me right on the other side. And I think that the blessing is truly a person or some kind of like a force. You know, this could be spiritually, but because we see the Hierophant, it could be, I think it could be either, it could be a physical person here on earth, or it could be religion, it could be spirituality, it could be a spirit guide, an angel, it could be something about the divine here. But it feels like somebody or something is making you have a perspective shift, because see, even in the way the cards are laid out, there's sadness here with the Four of Swords, right? That stagnation, that pit, we're just falling deeper and deeper into that pit here. And this person, that's all they're focused on, that's all they're looking at, is the sadness, is the pit that they're sinking deeper and deeper into, is the broken cups that they don't have. But what they don't realize is just on the other side, if they were to just turn and look the other way, they have a whole new chapter, a whole new beginning, a whole new version of themselves that's ready for them, a whole new passion in life, like this renewal that is just right around the corner, that's just right on the other side. It's already there. It's not something that you have to wait for it to come into your life, or you have to like, you know, wait for a sign or whatever it is, but it feels like it's already there. And I think the unexpected blessing is something or someone is going to make you turn your head and make you realize, whoa, I can have a new beginning right now. I can have happiness right now. I can have that renewal, that perspective shift right now. And even, I mean, even just the comparison of the images on this, like, look at how sad this person is right here. They're so sad and down, and all they can focus on is the sadness and the darkness. But here, this is also you. You know, you're happy, you're excited, you're ready for something new, you're ready for that first day of school or that first day of the new chapter. You're ready to take it on, and you're excited and you're pumped, and you have that zest for life again. It's like night and day. So it feels like that's what your unexpected blessing is either a person or some kind of a spiritual force that is helping you have a bit of a perspective shift here. So let's see, why is this happening? Why is this happening for group 4? Ah, the Death card. This is happening so you can put the past in the past. You can have a death and a rebirth. You can rise from the ashes. Spirit really wants you to put something behind you, or it's like they just don't want you to be living this life anymore. They see the potential you have. They see what you are capable of. They see how something has been getting at you, bringing you down, or, you know, they see what's happening, and it's like they just don't want you to live that way anymore. They want you to have a renewal. They want you to put this, you know, close this chapter, put it behind you, and start a brand new chapter in your life. Oh my God, and then we also have the Empress. Look at that. Look at this majestic being right here, and that's you. Animals could definitely be significant, especially because my cat wanted to make an appearance in this reading. And we were talking about the peacock, and there's a lot of animals in this deck that you were drawn to. So animals could be very significant. They could even be, you know, spirit guides and angels coming to you in the form of animals, even passed on loved ones or ancestors as well. But I love this because for the why, Spirit is saying, because you're the Empress. You are the divine feminine. Like, you are amazing, beautiful, brilliant, exactly like all those qualities I said in the intro. It's like you don't realize your true beauty, you don't see your true potential, but Spirit does, other people do, and they want you to get into a mindset or a flow or a chapter where you are also realizing, this is who I am, and nobody can take that away from me. We even see the transition from this skeleton looking thing here where it's like sadness, there's literally death, to this renewal of life, this happy, healthy, thriving image on this side. Again, it's like night and day. Like, Spirit is really whipping out the visuals here for you today. And I think that that could be, you know, significant for this group, because we were talking about like art. So maybe art is a way for you to relieve your mind, relieve stress, express yourself, some kind of an art, maybe even writing. You know, we were talking about writing a novel, any form of self-expression or even journaling, you know, getting things out of your head onto paper could really help you. And I think that spirit wants you to express yourself artistically, because I think that would really help put you at ease and help along your journey. But yeah, it's like they want the best for you, and they just don't want you living like this anymore. They want you like this because that's your potential, and that's how you could be living your best life. It does feel like major, like divine intervention. It just feels like you could have been just falling into some sadness, and spirit is saying, no, we can't have that happen. And even the Hierophant, this could literally be spirit, you know, coming at you saying, hey, like, we got something for you. We need to make something happen. We need to change something because I can't see you go through this. Oh, this could even be God, you know, if that's what you believe in. It's like God is telling you, hey, I can't see you live like that anymore. Like, we need to get you back to your maximum capacity. So let's see, how will it benefit you? How will this unexpected blessing benefit group 4? Oh, strength. Oh my God. And then look, 10 of Cups, bottom of the deck. Wow, lots of major arcana. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. First of all, can we get any more obvious that you are meant to be thriving, you're meant to be radiating, and this is the reason, like, the way it'll benefit you is that you can start to live your best life again. You can find strength in yourself again. You can love yourself again. You can feel healthy again. Because, exactly, like, look at I just think the imagery is so crazy. Because, like, this versus, like, this and this, right? Like, the potential of what your life could be in the images in these two versus like what it could actually be right now in this one. And it's right behind you, just turn around. You know, that's what it feels like. And I know that's easier said than done. I know, like, especially when it comes to mental health, trust me, like, I've been there, and I know for anybody it's easier said than done, right? Like, you're the one that's actually going through something. But at the end of the day, I think that Spirit really wants you to realize that there is a whole life waiting for you, a whole level of happiness waiting for you. We literally have the 10 of Cups here. This is ultimate happiness, ultimate wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. And then we have the Page of Cups again, which is the same, pretty much that same energy of falling in love with your life again, falling in love with who you are again, loving yourself again, taking care of yourself again. It's like, that's how it'll benefit you, is because it'll literally give you a complete 360, and it'll help you advance, it'll help you prosper, it'll help you do so many things instead of just like sinking deeper and deeper into some kind of a hole here. I also think a way it'll benefit you is like, not only will it help you love yourself better, but it will help you love others better. Because when we are sad, when we are pessimistic, when we don't like ourselves, when we just really hate certain things about life, like, that's the energy that we put out. So then everything else that we notice around us, we tend to reflect that same energy onto it. We don't like it, we hate it, we're tired of it, we're annoyed, we're there's a lot of distress. Like, whatever you have, your energy, that is the energy you're always putting out into the world. It's like a mirror. The world is always going to reflect how you are viewing it, because it's your perspective. That's why the blessing is a perspective shift, because when you have that perspective shift, then you have the shift with everything else around you. You're not viewing the world the way you once did. You're always going to view the world with how you're viewing yourself or with whatever is happening in your life. I'm telling you, that's just how it is. If you're happy, you're going to be viewing the world and opportunities and other people in a very happy, loving, optimistic way. If you're in a more pessimistic and more of like a hatred and all of this, like, you know, this kind of dark energy here, that's just how you're going to view everybody and how you're going to view the world around you. And that's how people kind of get stuck in a loop, because they don't realize that the way that they can change their external reality is to change their internal reality first, is to have that perspective shift first, and then everything else is like a domino effect. Everything else falls into place. So it's like, with the happiness here, not only are you finding happiness within your own life and your own body, but also with everything around you, with everyone around you, with the environment around you. You start noticing the little things in life. You start noticing, wow, this is actually a beautiful day. It's a beautiful time to go do something. You know, you're going to have a whole 360 shift. And that's what the universe wants for you. I hope all of that makes sense. Okay, okay, let's see, any time frames. Okay, that message of like, we always reflect onto our external reality of what our internal reality is. That's like why I always tell people, like, if somebody treats you a certain way, it has nothing to do with you, but it's a reflection of who they are, or it's a reflection of what they are going through. It's kind of like that same thing, you know? So the way you are treating others or the way you are viewing other people might not be anything to do with them, but it's a reflection of what's going on internally within you. Any time frames for group 4? The Chariot! Oh, this is happening now. Like right now. The Chariot is a very fast energy, and we even have the Hermit. Oh my god, and then look at that, Mentor. This is literally the Hierophant. And look at that, Eight of Swords. This is how you could be feeling. This is how you could have been feeling. Maybe you're still feeling trapped in this way. And I think that's why Spirit doesn't want you to feel like this anymore. They don't want you to live this life anymore. And that's why they're having this divine intervention for you. But yeah, we literally have the Hermit, the Mentor, the Chariot. So with the Chariot, I think that this change, this blessing, this transition, this healing that's coming for you, which is your blessing, that's going to happen very quickly. It could be right around the corner. Some of you could already be getting into it, or you're already in it, or this perspective shift is very close. Now, I think it's right here. It's right in front of you. It's happening very quick. Very, very quickly for you from the time you're watching this. And then once you like decide that there is healing and change and all of this that needs to be done, like you realize that, you wake up to that, then the Hermit energy, this is healing. This is actually that introspective healing going within. This could last a bit longer, because this is Virgo energy. Virgo is a bit slow. Hermit, healing, all of this, dark night of the soul, it's slow, you know. That's not, you're not going to heal overnight. But I think you initiating to yourself, okay, something has to change, or Spirit coming in with a divine orchestration, that's going to happen now, like in the next few days, in the next few weeks. Like this is happening very quickly. And then once you get into the actual Hermit energy, then you will probably be in this. I'm even seeing for maybe like a couple months, up to a year. I think it'll take you a hot second to like fully heal. But I do think once you get into this, every day you're going to start to be a bit more optimistic. Every day you're going to, you know, unload, maybe start going to therapy, or find somebody that you trust, or, you know, find a new outlet in some way. But it does feel like you might be in the Hermit energy for a while, but that's okay, because that still shows that every day you're still bettering yourself, you know. But I think you going into the healing stage will happen very quickly, because the universe wants it to happen for you very quickly. Okay, group 4, this is everything that I see for you. Thank you so much for letting me give you this reading, you guys. I do have a Patreon if you're interested in exclusive content where the viewers get to suggest the monthly readings. So go ahead and check out my Patreon. The link is in the description below. And I am offering private readings right now. If you would like to book a reading with me, go ahead and send me an email. But yes, thank you so much for everything, you guys. Take good care of yourself. Have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye.